We'll start from verse 61, but just giving you a small background of what happened till verse 60. So, in the previous verses, it was mentioned that turbulent by nature, the senses, even for a wise man who is practicing self-control, forcibly carry away his mind, Arjuna. So, here what happens is, even if a person is on the path of spiritual, or say, let's say for example, he is practicing spirituality, or he is thinking that I am going to do meditation, I do meditation for such a long period of time, and I do all this kind of things, like I join classes, and I'm in this group, therapy is going on, and this and that, everything, whatever may be the case, even for that person, it is very difficult to control the senses. Senses are beyond control of anybody. And once they are going out of control, there can be various mishaps. And that is the reason why even the wisest of the persons have a difficulty controlling the senses. He can't say, I can close my eyes. Even if he closes his eyes, his mind is still working. You got it? Even if somebody closes their eyes, their mind is always working. So today, we are going to do a very, very important lesson which is needed by literally everybody. See, please understand, if this lesson is not understood by everybody, we can literally go to ruins, because the answer is not in this world. The answer is not in this world by taking medications or going in for retreats or doing meditation and going and doing whatever that is, like advised. No, there is a major problem and we have to solve the problem. So let us see from verse 61 what the problems are. So verse 61 will be a recap again. So let us do the recap first and then continue. So we are doing Srimad Bhagavad Gita chapter 2, verse 61. Therefore, having controlled all the senses and concentrating his mind, he should sit for meditation, devoting himself heart and soul to me. For he whose senses are under control is known to have a stable mind. Here Sri Krishna is saying that in the previous verse it was mentioned that it's very difficult to control the senses. Even for a person who is very high up in the spiritual hierarchy. That means a person may be spiritually trying to become perfect by doing all kinds of things. Let us now try to understand what is he doing? Why is he trying to do this? And what is the reason for achieving that success? So we have to go step by step. Today we are going to do what is called a very, very step-by-step method of what the major problem is. And then, if time permits, we are going to find a solution. So let us first see how it works. So first and foremost, a person is supposed to control all the senses. Senses are beyond anybody's control. You have to understand. Can you just shut your eyes and say, I don't want to see? You can't do that. You can't shut your ears all the time, You are not Gandhiji's monkey. Where he closes his eyes, closes his ears and closes his mouth. We have a habit of opening our mouth. If we see something going wrong in this world, we naturally open our mouth and we burst out, isn't it? This is what happens to any and every human being. Again, if you see some atrocity happening in front of you, are you not affected? You are going to get affected very badly. This is the problem which everybody faces. So they have a difficulty of controlling the senses. Now, where can you control the senses? See, either you go in a closed room and sit over there and just close your eyes and don't hear anything, a pin drop silence kind of a room, which is very difficult to find nowadays, isn't it? You can't find a room where you can have pin drop silence. There is always going to be a noise. So we have to try to find a space like that. So he says you have to try to control your senses. Keeping your eyes closed, some things can be shut out. Got it? So you will find that all these yogis, what do they try to do? They close their eyes while doing meditation. Have you seen them? They will say, please close your eyes and now focus on your breath. These are the words which are used. Why are they used? This is nothing but a diversionary technique. You are diverting your mind somewhere else. What is the meaning of the word close your eyes? That means you should not see outside. Your senses should not be functional. Correct? Close your ears. You have heard that people put on the music in their ears. You have seen ASMR and all those kind of things happening in this world. We like to hear music. We like to hear, say, bhajans, kirtans and all kinds of songs. So why do you want to hear? Because you want to block out other sounds. It's a very natural way. I don't have to speak. So the person goes in a maun vrata. I'm not going to speak. Right? So like that, a person has to try. We have to all try. Then he says, concentrating the mind. See, when you have closed your eyes, you're not seeing anything around you. Now with your ears completely shut down, because say, let us say there is only music going on, or only the sound of, say, a bhajan or a kirtan or somebody is saying some good words. We are only listening to it. Like let us say you are listening to a spiritual podcast. Or maybe you are hearing some kind of a mantra jap going on. It's going on in the background. So what is happening? Your ears are only listening to that one thing, not the other. And today we can put on headphones and just get into that state. You know that, no? There are those noise cancelling headphones you get. Right? Noise cancelling headphones will cancel all the noise outside. So there is a possibility, there is a means of doing that. Then you can be in a maun vrata. If there is nobody around, whom will you talk to? Except yourself. So the only person you can talk to is yourself. You don't want to be that crazy person. So you just have to keep quiet. So this is the way you can shut down your senses. And then when nothing like this is happening around you, you can focus your mind on one object. One thing alone. So what do they tell you? Focus on something. So many a times in these yoga classes and all that, when they do this meditation, yoga classes, what do they tell you? Focus on your breath. Even the people who are in the army and the navy and all that, the defense people also are told to focus on their breath. How does a person control the situation? Where they have to control the situation, their mind should not get swayed. What do? There is these Navy SEALs. You have heard of the Navy SEALs? Now, Navy SEALs are those elite group of people who fight for the United States Navy. In India also we have a very elite group. So they are taught something. It is called breath control. So what do? It's a simple technique. The technique is exhaust all the air within you. Exhaust it out. That means breathe out fully. And then count to 1, 2, 3, 4. And don't do it too fast. We are going to take the breath in. 1, 2, 3, 4 like that. 1, 2, 3, 4. Fill your lungs up completely. Then you have to close your nose. That means you are not going to breathe out. You are going to just take the breath in. And then you hold the breath inside. That also you can count till 4. Or if you want, you can count till 2. 1, 2. And then exhale. Exhale means throw the air out. So when you throw the air out, exhale in 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 steps. When you exhale it out in 4 steps, it is 4, inhale, hold, 4 exhale, hold. Don't take any breath in now. Now hold it for 2 seconds. 1 and 2. And then take a deep breath. So this is the Navy SEAL technique which they have adopted from our pranayama techniques. So in our scriptures, we have pranayama. Pranayama was written thousands and thousands of years ago. Now that has been adopted by the US Navy, Indian Army, and so on and so forth. Everybody across the world does it. Even your psychiatrist will tell you the same thing. Take a deep breath, take a deep breath. Isn't it what he's going to say? So if you go for, therapy, what are they going to tell you? Exactly the same. Pranayama controls your breath. So you have to control your breath. And then when you're controlling the breath, what happens? Your mind is focused on the breath only, isn't it? You are actually focusing on the breath. You're going to count 1, 2, 3, 4. So when you're going to count 1, 2, 3, 4, where is your count going? Only in the breath. Correct? So you're going to say 1, 2, 3, 4. You're actually taking the breath in. You're doing that, isn't it? Or exhaling. And then you have to sit for meditation. What is meditation? See, meditation has been described by so many people so many times in various places. What is meditation? See, meditation means a very simple thing. You concentrate on one object. Put all your energies only in one object. One. Do you remember that Olympian? Okay, he took the gun and he shot. He got the gold medal. You remember that person? I think he was a Korean or somebody like that. How much of concentration that man was having? He just held the gun and shot. First rank. That is a kind of concentration a person should have. When you concentrate so much, you become an expert in that subject. And when you become an expert in the subject, then there is no need of concentration. It happens automatically. See, when you went for driving school, initially you went for driving school. At that time you were focusing on the brakes, the clutch, the accelerator, and then changing the gears. Were you focused on that? And slowly, it all came to you naturally. First you focused on the, first gear, second gear, third gear, like that. Now reverse means you have to see. Now you are going to look behind. There is no need. Nowadays the cameras are there. So you are going to focus on the camera. Okay, I am reversing. All this is there. So you are focusing on it. But after many years of doing the same thing, what do? You don't have to focus. It becomes literally like a very child's play for you. First 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, whatever. You will be putting your gears as if you don't have to ask anybody or think in your mind, I have to now put second gear, now I have to put third gear. You're not going to think. When this happens naturally, on its own, automatic, that is called meditation. You are one with that object. One with that object. You are one with the car. You are one with that object. You are meditating on that object. Got it? Meditation is that. So then what happens? Then once you are meditating on the object, what happens is you have shut off everything. Remember, all your eyes are closed, your ears, you are not listening to anything. You are focusing only on the breath control, blah, 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 all those things. And you are meditating on the object, whatever the object that you are into. And then when all this is happening, then you will have a stable mind. Stable mind means you are not going to be upset with anything. If there is some fire catching over there in the side, you are just driving ahead over there. How many people have seen the pictures of the fire which broke out in California, wherever? You have seen, now the people were just driving away because they want to get out of that area. Were they bothered that the fire is there, things are burning, something has to be done? No. They are thinking that I have to get out of this area. That is what everybody did. And everybody got out. So then what happens is your focus is only one. I want to get out. Now in the same way, when you are upset and angry and where something is going wrong, if you follow these techniques, what happens? You are going to have peace of mind, kind of. Only for temporary things. But we need to have permanency. So let us see how it works. So we are doing verse 62. The man dwelling on sense objects develops attachment for them. From attachment springs up desire, and from desire unfulfilled anger ensues. Now starts the very dangerous verse. This verse is the basis of problems in the world. You have problems every day or no? Everybody has all kinds of problems, correct? Now, how do these problems happen? See, please understand, these problems come about because of the first thing over here. A man dwells on sense objects. You are dwelling on something. Something is irking you. Something is disturbing you. What is disturbing you? It could be a thought. The thought of somebody doing something. Even while you are driving, somebody is trying to cut in your lane. The thought itself is, what does he think of himself? Why is he cutting in? Or somebody has done something to you in your life. Maybe you have not been given credit for something, or maybe you have been given a peace of mind, or maybe somebody has spoken badly to you. Now, is it necessary that that person has done it just now? Not necessary at all. That thing could have happened many years ago. Many years ago. Very shortly we are going to celebrate a very big function, the thing across the world. They call it the Valentine's Day. Okay, now people celebrate across the world. Now Valentine's Day is when you send flowers and gifts and this and that and chocolates and whatnot to your beloved. But during that day, are you not thinking of the person who betrayed you? You are also thinking of the person who did wrong to you. Suppose you have had a bad marriage. Are you thinking of that person? Yes. Are you thinking of somebody saying something bad to you? Even a stupid sentence like this, a very silly sentence. Oh, you have put on weight, I think. Finished. I mean, the person might have said yesterday, day before yesterday, at that time it never hit you. Oh, she's calling me fat. So did you understand? If you dwell on this thing, so anything that you heard, saw, smelled, touched, or experienced it, something that you experienced, something that has hit you very hard. It could be even a dress, it could be a thought, just a thought. Now let us say you are going for a wedding, or you are going for some evening party or something like that. And when you are on the way, your sandals break. Sandals. That thing, that wooden thing is coming off. How is it going to be? Your whole evening. Your whole evening is ruined, isn't it? Imagine you are eating something in a restaurant and you are wearing a very good dress. Something spills on it. And you don't know about it. And when you get up from the table, your son looks at you, Mom, there is something on your dress, see? And you see one very big blob of the tomato ketchup fallen on top of your dress. Do you know how difficult it is after that? So what happens is, sense objects which are titillating the senses, whether they are there in front of you or not there in front of you, does not matter. Is the people, places and things. All this can destroy you. Now how does they destroy? A man who is dwelling on sense objects develops attachment to them. What is the meaning of the word attachment? Attachment means you are only going to think of that object. Only think of that object. Only think of that object. Suppose you have got one toothache, Full day you are thinking about the toothache. Toothache. And then you are thinking, I have to go to the dentist, Anyway, you can't even think of any other thing. I hope you get the point. When that one thing is hitting you very hard, can you think of anything else? No. This is the problem with the sense objects. It is as if you are literally married to that object. Suppose you have an enemy or frenemy they say, no? And that person has come and told you, oh my God, you're looking fat. Finished. What happened? What is she saying? She's saying, I am fat. You should look at her. She looks like an elephant, baby elephant. Already your thoughts are going round and round, and it is never going to come out of that mind of yours. You know what it does? It gets attached to that object. Object is what? Your body and what the person said. Right? The person has said, you are like this. And now you are connected with your body. Do you know how much you are going to be eating your mind up? I have to go to the gym. I have to reduce. I just want to get to my old weight, I used to be 52 kilos in weight. Now I have put on about 8 kgs. I'm 60 now. I should come down to 52. Boss, you are 40 plus and you are thinking that you have to come down to 52. What, you are some teenager or what? But still, the thought is going on. I have to show this world. I am going to do this. I will do this. Really? Same thing. Anything in the world. Oh, this sari you had worn for your brother's wedding, isn't it? Oh, she remembers the sari which I wore. I have 100 saris in my... But today I don't know what happened to me. I just wore this sari because it looks good on me. And look at her. She's saying you have no saris. That woman has not said you don't have any saris. She just said to you that this sari you had worn for your brother's wedding. By the way, she's mean. Okay? You have to understand this. Your own mother, I can guarantee you this much. This is something which people don't understand. Your own mother. You may think that this woman is not at all, she is a very goody person. Okay? She loves me a lot. Let us say you are going with your husband for something. Okay? And you are, being extra kind and extra nice to your husband. Your mother is going to make snide remarks. 100%. You know the reason why? Because your mother is thinking, see, she's got happily married. I am the worst creature on earth. My husband is a pain in the ass. My husband means it is her father only, no? She starts comparing. You wear a nice sari? Nice sari, huh? Where did you buy? Kanjivaram, huh? How much is it? 20,000 rupees? Oh my God. She's not saying 20,000 rupees is expensive. She is thinking, my saris used to cost only 500 and 1,000. I never got to wear 20,000 rupees sari. Has it ever occurred to you she's thinking that? I hope you get the point. That woman is thinking, oh, she can afford to buy a 20,000 sari, and when I ask her for 10,000 rupees, she doesn't want to give. You understand the psychology of this? That woman is thinking wrong, and you are thinking double wrong. But who is going to teach you that? So here you are getting taught that. Don't go by the words what people say. Don't think about it, because they are going to be saying one thing but meaning something completely different. Nobody wants to see somebody happy. Please remember this. Even your own parents are not interested in you being happy. This is a very common thing in this world. People say, "Are dudo nahao puto falo," like that. You be happy. What happy? I am miserable. I never got happiness in my life. I am like this only. Look at me, my condition. The problem is this. I have to wish her happy. You are celebrating your anniversary or you are celebrating a birthday. You know what is their thought going on? And this, I proved it to Rajma. Okay? Their thought is going on, oh, they are buying such expensive cakes and eating it and cutting it and this and that. I never celebrated even one day of my life, Not one birthday also. Nobody gave me present. My husband used to not even think it is my birthday. I don't even remember my birth date. You got the point or no? This woman is seething with anger, but she cannot show it. This is what has happened to her. She has got attached to that object in that world. The happiness which comes to people, some people, is a misery to other people. Don't be under this mistaken impression that they are happy. You have a baby, you go and tom-tom it to the world. Hey, I got a baby, I got a baby. You know how many people out there are literally cursing you? You are going on a holiday. You are going on a holiday. Your own mother has never gone on a holiday. The only holiday that she has ever gone when her husband took her to Rameshwaram or Madurai or her native place. One day he came to drop me to my native place. That is all she only thinks of. And look at her. She's going to Switzerland. She's going to London. She's going to New York. She's going to California. She's going to Australia. Arre Baba. That woman is thinking like this. Has it ever occurred to you? There is nobody good in this world. If you are going to tom-tom to the whole world and tell the world, I had a baby, I had a baby, I had a baby, I went to this place, I went to that place, you don't know what you are actually calling up for. It is irsha. People are jealous. They are mean. Best thing is don't talk about it. Don't say anything. Go quietly enjoy your place or your whatever that you do and just be happy. Many a times you have to be a hypocrite in this world. And I will give you an idea how people are hypocrites. Now, 2 things I have said. Now let me tell you the third thing which happens. A man dwelling on sense objects develops attachment to them. From attachment springs up desire, and from desire ensues anger. Now, as a person becomes older and older, they have a lot of problems in their life which are connected to the physical debility. Sometimes they have, knee pain, arthritis. Sometimes they have spondylitis. Sometimes they have, simple diseases to complex diseases. A complex disease could be anything like cancer. A simple disease could be, let us give it a simple disease, okay? Let us say diabetes. Now diabetes is there. Now what happens when a person has diabetes? Are they always obsessed with diabetes? Yes or no? I can't eat sugar. I can't eat this. I have to take injections. I have to do this and I have to do that. How many things are they only obsessed with? See, a man dwelling on sense object. What is a sense object just now? A disease called diabetes. A person is only focused on diabetes. Like you are focused on gaining weight, the person is only focused on diabetes. Develops attachment to them. So now let us say you are their daughter. Okay? You go to your house, your mother's place. She has got arthritis, she has got diabetes, she has got blood pressure, she has got this and she has got that. Do you know the first thing she will, the moment you go over there, do you know what is the first thing she will say? Yesterday, my sugar went very high. I had to take this. And then we had to go to the doctor. And the doctor prescribed these other medications. Last week I had a high blood pressure. Do you know how many medicines I have been taking? They only talk of sickness, 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 and sickness. Did this woman even ask you, how are you? No. She is thinking only of herself. She is saying, I am so sick. I am so tired with my life. I have to take so many medications, so much of thing. And now think about it. Now you are going to her house and your old haunts are there. Old haunts means there are some restaurants where you had pani puri, bel puri, sev batata puri, suppose you had that. And some places you had some, ragda pav, this thing, that thing, batata vada, this, all this you have some beautiful places that you go to. Now let us say you are going over there. This woman is there with you. Now you are having all this, okay? This woman is selling, I can't have this also. You have gone to a sweet shop. You are having rasgulla, or gulab jamun, cham cham, all those things, mishti doi and all that kind of thing, Bengali mithai. Your mother is thinking, I can't even touch these things, it got so much of sugar in it. You are eating away. This woman is seething over there. The disease can cause this kind of anxiety problems in the person's life. Has it ever occurred to you? The first thing that they will say when they go back home, हमको तो खाने को ही नहीं मिलता है. We never get to eat these things, I never had this in my life. You people are enjoying. You are eating bhel puri, pani puri, this puri, that puri. You are eating the sweets and all that. Today, look at me. I have to eat sugar free. I can't even drink a cup of tea. I have to drink that horrible juice that is there. Jamun juice, Karela juice. You are drinking one nice lassi, big lassi. Can you understand? That person is already so attached to that object. Sugar, sugar, sugar. You may think that she is supposed to leave sugar. No. The moment you tell a person, don't do this, you know what happens to that person? No. They want to do it. So what you would have to do? You will buy some sugar-free sweet and you will give it to her. You eat this, ma. And I have proven it hundreds of times to people. I want you to watch them when nobody is looking. They will sneak to the kitchen and they will have a big, lump of it. All your sweets only they will come and eat. And then when you ask them, have you eaten? No? Oh, I swear by Balaji, I never ate anything. They will swear by anything in the world. They are willing to tell lies because of this. Because these people are angry. They don't get it. Please understand these statements. Krishna is explaining to Arjuna, it is because when you are connected to some object, you are happily married but your sister-in-law is miserable. That woman is miserable to the core about you. She's cursing your life every minute of the day. She is undergoing a divorce. She's thinking about you. Oh, she's enjoying herself. Look at her. I hope you get this point. This is called anger. Some people don't show this anger. But don't go by the sweet face that they put in front of you. Don't. Because hypocrisy is this word which is there in this world. So what do? They are dwelling on that sense objects. They develop attachment to that object. And from that comes a desire. What is the desire? I wish I had a life like her. I wish I can eat the sweet. I wish I had so many beautiful saris. I wish I had this. I wish I had that. This desire comes in. Now think about it. If this old woman has the desire to eat sweet, what happens? You will say, Mom, you can't eat this. Isn't that what you will say? Because you want her to live for long. Do you know what happens to her? She's seething with anger. They don't give me anything to eat. I am always hungry. Got the point? Or no? When you deny something to somebody, that person gets very, very angry because it's their desire to have that object. When your weight doesn't come down, even after going to the gym, you're so angry that one day you go and freak out. Isn't that what happens? So anger comes. How does the anger come? When you dwell on some sense object. Why are you dwelling on that object? Why are you not happy for your daughter? Why are you not happy for the people who can eat sweets? Make sweets and give them. Don't put poison in it. So, you have to be happy for others, not for ourselves. So when you are self-centered person, you are only bothered about yourself, and because you did not get that object, you are angry. I want happiness in my world. Suppose your husband has said something to you. Okay, he has said, you are such a duffer. You can't even manage this house, things, very simple thing. I give you so much of money. Okay, you should have managed your household accounts properly. What is this? Every time you are asking me for more money. Suppose that sentence comes out. Do you know how much angry you are? At that moment you are thinking, I wish I was earning so much, I would have thrown it on his bloody face. But you are not going to say those words. You are going to seethe in anger. Anger is going to eat you up. And then what happens? Let us see. I will take additional time today if you don't mind. Is it okay? So now you understood how anger comes? Because you are denied something in the world. You are not getting the thing that you desire. You want that thing, but you are not getting it. You are very upset. Somebody is taking away your boyfriend. You are going to be upset. Right? Like that. So verse 63. From anger arises delusion. From delusion, confusion of memory. And from confusion of memory, loss of reason. And from loss of reason, a man goes to complete ruin. So now see the step by step. You are angry now. Okay? Now from anger comes what? Delusion. What is the delusion in your life? You are going to get deluded. You are not even going to think about your own health. You are not even going to think about other person. You are not thinking about your family. When you are angry, do you even think about your family that is there? No. You can't think straight. You are now deluded. You are only thinking one object, one object, one object, one object. I have to lose weight. I have to lose weight. I have to get this. I should be doing this. I should be doing this. That kind of a thing. Very funny. You want to eat sweet. You will take an additional 2 points of insulin. Did you understand this? You're not supposed to. You're not supposed to. You have to control your tongue. Don't do that. Please don't do that. But no. Let me try out. I have to eat. That I have to eat because you didn't get it. So now you're going to be a deluded person. You tell your own self, it's all is going to be well. Don't worry about it. Everything is going to be fine. If you have already murdered someone, you can bring that person back to life, is it? No. So it's the same thing. The delusion can be very dangerous for everybody. The delusion means you can't think straight at all. Nothing. You can't even think straight. Logic is gone out of the window. Push. Now the only thing that is there in front of you is how can I get that object? How can I destroy that person? How can I put that thing bang on that person's face? I want to kill that person. I want to do this. All kinds of nonsensical thoughts are coming in you. It is delusory. And from this delusion, you get confused in memory. You know how is the confusion in memory? You can't even remember things in a sequential order. No. Whatever has happened was after the wedding, in your mind, because you are so confused, you think it has happened before the wedding. You understand? Your memory is never going to work at that time because it's all garbled. You understand what happened? The garbled memory. Your dates are wrong. Things are going to be wrong. Everything is going for a toss. Whatever that is happening is not making sense to you anywhere because the anger has made you delusional. And because of delusion, no memory will serve you properly. A delusional person is like that person who forgets everything. You know, old people, dementia, they call it dementia. You actually become demented at that time because nothing makes sense to you. You know, things might have happened with another person, but you will see, bring that thing over here and destroy somebody else's happiness. Your enemy is X. But now Y is in front of you. If Y is in front of you, you will take out your anger on Y. That person is not even concerned. And suddenly out of nowhere, you will bring a story connected to Y and you say, you did this to me. Finished. That person has not done anything to you. And yet you are thinking that person has done. That person can be not there at all. Have you seen two people fighting on the road? Hey, they are doing boxing match, done. One person comes in the middle, trying to save both these people. You know what happens? Both these angry people will now fight him, the third person. This is where the problem lies because you forget what is the main reason why you are fighting also. Do you know? You can't even remember why you started this fight. Because logic is not there. Nothing is working. Everything is short circuit. And because everything is short circuit, nothing is actually working. And because nothing is working in your world, you are in a state of confusion of memory. Don't know what is happening. And when there is a confusion of memory, there is a loss of reason. No logic working. No brains. Brain is also frozen. Like that. It's frozen in time. You can't even reason. So now think about it. Suppose you have one big fight with your husband. I mean, it nothing to do with the husband, but it was supposed to do with that Bajiwala. Okay. Somebody, the vegetable vendor you had a problem with, that fellow gave you some potatoes or onions at some extra rate and he cheated you for some another 100 rupees and all that. And you are coming home and you are, instead of getting angry with that fellow, you are now getting angry with your husband and your children. Okay, but for no rhyme or reason. Okay, you're just getting angry, and suddenly what happens? You completely lose track of what was the main reason for this anger. Okay, there is no reason in your life. Now, everything connected with that man and that child will come up. Sir, madam, that was connected to potatoes. Now, where did your father, mother, brother, sister, this one, that one, your girlfriend, you know, you are showing too much of attention to that girl over there. We went off for that thing and what is this? You are running after her. You want to pick up all that thing. You know, that kind of a thing happens. Why were you looking at her? The problem is nothing to do with that person. And yet some other thing, somewhere, God alone knows from where, something has come and now some new thing is started. Because There is no reason. A person who is angry can never see reason in this world. And suppose that person is trying to tell, Nahi Baba, I was doing this. No, you are deliberately trying to put me down. You want me to look bad in front of other people. That is why you are doing like this. That person is thinking, I never thought like this at all. Now I have to think like this. It is something I never did. And the story is now taken so much of a turn. I imagine, okay, from it being, Jab we met, and it has now become Pushpa 2. No connection between these two stories. No connection. But now he's become the biggest villain of Pushpa 2. And you have to kill him. Take one katti and kill him. Arey Baba, there is nothing. Potatoes. And here somebody else is coming to the So this is called loss of reason. And when loss of reason happens, everything goes to ruin. The relationships go out of the window. Your life becomes a hell. You can't live with that person. The only way out is out of this whole thing. You can't go and face that person again. Because later on, when you cool down and you think about the whole thing, you will say, what the hell happened, man? Why did I behave like this? Can you tell me the reason why you behaved? Even God cannot come from the heavens and tell you what the reason is. All wiring, all gone wrong. All short-circuited the whole brain. Whole mind of yours is short-circuited. There is nothing which is straight. And because all that is a mess, it is like the Gaza Strip, full ruins. And then Donald Trump says, I want to build something over here. It is like that. Your life is like a Gaza Strip, full khalas, finished. What are you going to do there? Or all that thing which burned down, you remember. Now every house over there is burnt to ashes. Nobody knows what they are supposed to do. The insurance is not paying money. Now you're just sitting over there, kya karne ka? What to do? You're doing this. Your life is destroyed. Why does a person want to do that? I hope you get the point. Step by step, write it down and keep it, preserve it somewhere. There are steps which happen. Step number 1, the desire which comes up. Basically, when you are looking at some sense object or some object has appeared in your world for no rhyme or reason, something, you are thinking of your ex or you are thinking of somebody in your life. Maybe you are thinking of your mother-in-law or father-in-law or some idiot in your life. The thought just came, just it came. And then you are following the chain of thought. You know what happens? You keep on thinking and thinking and thinking and thinking and thinking and thinking and thinking about the same object. Nothing else is coming in your mind. You're only attached to that one object. And when you're attached to that one object, what happens? Then from this attachment springs up the desire. What is your desire? I want to get out of this. I don't want this person. I wish that person dies. Any kind of desire will come. You don't know what the desire is. Any kind of desire will come because you have some problem. And because you have dwelt on that subject, the senses are attached to that object. And because they are attached, your desires have come up. And because your desires are anyway not going to get fulfilled, that person is not going to die. That moti will not become choti. That person is a rich person. You may be a poor person. That person is not going to become poor. Nothing is going to happen. All these things are not going to happen. And when this thing doesn't happen, your desires are unfulfilled. And because your desires are unfulfilled, because you are thinking, chain kuli ki mail kuli, mar jaye sali. Like that kind of thing we are thinking. But it is not happening. What to do? Nobody is trying. Nothing is happening. Our desires are unfulfilled. And because our desires are unfulfilled, more anger. Like that. And you become delusional. You literally are thinking every day, कैसे equal करूँ, कैसे उसको बराबर करूँ, कैसे, in a full day you are just thinking how you are going to get even with that person, how you are going to get even with that person, and in this crossfire somebody else enters. Finished. Whoever that person enters in your field of vision, no, it could be anybody. You become a Karen immediately. Karen is now a word which has become very famous. You become, for no rhyme or reason, even that pizza fellow has come for delivery also, you want to murder that fellow. And he hasn't done nothing to you. But why you want to kill that fellow? No, Swiggy wala, he has done that. But Swiggy wala is only coming to deliver something. Why is this sauce put over here? Why is cheese less over here? But that is not the criteria. You have got a desire for something else that is connected to some other thing now. And because of that, you have got into a delusional state and your memory is all gone. This happens more or less with people in school and, the teachers, school, children, it happens quite a lot. How, art happens? The principal says something and you take it. And you may say, your responsibility, you should have taught your children properly. Your children, they are your children also. Why are you not thinking like that? Sab, main karne ka. I am the only one supposed to do all these things. He is not supposed to do. He doesn't even come home. He is going out all the time. But the problem is different. Your son or your daughter must have done something wrong or something is wrong. Instead of that, you are bringing, and then his whole family will come. Your father and mother never taught you anything. But where is your father and mother not teaching you anything? There's nothing. But that thing has also come. All confusion, all total confusion in mind, and memory is not serving you correctly. Everything is coming here, there, everything. And because of that, you lose reason. No reasoning capacity, no logic also remains. And because you have got, logic is not there, what does a person do? They go to ruins. So here Sri Krishna is telling Arjuna, sir, this is what happens. Sabke life mein. Everybody's life, this is the only thing that happens. So, and nobody is an exception. Nobody is an exception, and nobody is, Sati Savitri or, Harishchandra. Nobody is Harishchandra in this world. Please take my sentences very seriously. Nobody is Harishchandra and nobody is, his wife, whatever. Everybody is in the same boat. They may not show it. There are some, we say in Marathi, we say, Atla Gatiche. Atla Gatiche means the inner knot is there. They won't show anything to the world. They'll say, they're like the Joker from the film, like this, constantly like that. But inside they're like that kind of a thing. They're literally like, you seen the cats, how they're they're like that. But they won't show. People don't show things. So don't go by appearances. Everybody is in the same, okay? But they may appear different. They may appear like, like all Bhagwans of this world, okay, but nobody is like that. Everybody has a mind, correct or no? So don't be harsh on yourself. Okay, you also have a mind, they also have a mind. Sometimes they will never show, but you will show. Some people like to make a big show of it. Some people don't want to show anything. So happens. So this week we will stop over here, and in the coming week we will understand how to overcome this kind of a thing. So we have come to verse 63 where we understood how anger can ruin a person. Okay, so we will stop over here.
Recording stopped.